Hello, here is the tutorial for the pet writing part 1, which is an email. We're going to look first at a task for the email. The first thing you can see here is that you have received an email from a friend called Sandy, and it has some notes. You are going to answer this email, and you're going to include these 4 notes in your email using your own words. So looking at the instructions, you must answer this question. Write your answer in about 100 words on the answer sheet. Okay, read this email from your English-speaking friend Sandy and the notes you have made. Okay, now we're going to look a bit more closely at this email now. Let's read it. From Sandy, subject, your visit. Hi, I'm so excited that you're coming to stay with me for a week. On your first evening here, there's a rock concert in our town. Would you like to go to the concert, or would you prefer us to relax at home? Also, shall we go climbing in the mountains while you're here? Let me know if you have any questions. See you soon, Sandy. Then you have the 4 notes here. Sandy says, I'm so excited. You're going to say, me too, using your own words. She asks, would you like to go to the concert, or would you prefer to relax at home? Say which I prefer. You're going to say which one you prefer. Also, shall we go climbing in the mountains while you're here? You're going to say, no, I don't want to go climbing in the mountains, and you're going to give a reason why. Finally, let me know if you have any questions. You've got to ask Sandy a question. So if you do those 4 things, you will complete the task. A few questions to ask ourselves then. Who has written to you? It's your friend Sandy. What's the email about? Let's be clear about that before you start writing. It is an email about your visit, asking you some questions about what you would like to do on the visit. Find the 4 notes. The notes are telling you what to write about. Okay, so you must include all 4 of these notes in your email. And as I said, do not copy from the notes or from the email. You must use your own words as much as possible. This is to show the examiner your level of English. If you copy these notes or copy from the email, then you're not showing your level of English and you will not get credit for that. How many words must you write? It said in the task that it's about 100 words that you're going to write. Okay. You should also include some good language to get a good result in this piece of writing. To begin with, you could say dear and the name. In this case, it was Sandy, so dear Sandy, comma. Or you can say hi Sandy, comma. It's important to notice the comma. This is what we do in English when we're writing emails and letters. It's not a colon or the 2 dots as you have in Spanish, but just the comma. So you could start like that. Then on a new line, you can say, it's great to hear from you, or thank you for your recent message, or sorry I've taken so long to get back to you. I would choose one of these 3 options, and that would be a good way to start your email. Some other good language. Often you have to give reasons for things. For example, you don't want to go climbing. Why don't you want to go climbing? You could say, I don't want to go because I've hurt my leg. Or I don't want to go as I've hurt my leg. You often have to make suggestions as well. How about going to the concert? Let's go to the concert. Why don't we go to the concert? And linkers, if you can use these correctly, you will get credit for that as well. I would like to go climbing, however, I have hurt my leg. Although I would like to go climbing, I have hurt my leg. Despite the fact that I would like to go climbing, I have hurt my leg. So you have to try to use these correctly, and that will give you a better mark. And to finish the email, you could use one of these options. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to hearing from you. After that, you could say, well, you could use one of these two options. I look forward to hearing from you, or write back soon. Choose one of those two, that would be a good idea. And then you can choose one of these four options as your final comment before your name. You could say best wishes, see you soon, bye for now, or lots of love. And in each case, your name goes underneath. You take a new line, best wishes, comma, Andy. See you soon, comma, Andy, etc. So let's look at a model. This is a model answer to this question. Let's read it first. Hi, Sandy. I can't wait to come and stay with you too. I'm sure it will be an awesome week. I find it really exciting to go to a rock concert, and I think it would be a great idea, better than staying at home and relaxing. 2 months ago, I broke my left leg and I'm still recovering, so I'm afraid that I won't be able to go climbing with you, although I really want to. The funny thing is that I broke my leg climbing in the Alps with my family. Speaking of family, can you email me about how your family are doing? I haven't seen them for a while. Best wishes, Nicholas. So, a couple of things to notice here. Firstly, it is organized in paragraphs. Hi, Sandy, new line, and then you've got a paragraph here, and another paragraph, and another, and another. Each of these paragraphs includes one of the notes that you had to include in your email. Another thing to notice, as I've mentioned, put the beginning and the ending and your own name on separate lines. So you say, "Dear, hi Sandy," and then a separate line to start the email. And at the end as well, best wishes, comma, and a separate line to put your name. Okay. Now, has this person included the 4 notes? Yes, they have. You had to say, "Me too," but in your own words. This person has said, "I can't wait to come and stay with you too." So they have included this note in their own words. The next note, say which you prefer, the concert or staying at home. The concert would be a great idea, better than staying at home. So they've included the note in their own words. You don't want to go climbing and you had to give a reason why. This person has said, I broke my left leg and I'm still recovering, so I'm afraid I won't be able to go climbing with you, although I really want to. So you have said no to climbing and given a reason as well. And finally, you had to ask Sandy a question. Speaking of family, can you email me about how your family are doing? This candidate has asked a question as well. So they have included all 4 of these notes using their own words. So a little summary of the good language that was used here. Beginning and ending first, hi Sandy, with a comma, and then a new line to start the email. And at the end, best wishes and a comma, and a new line before the name. Linking words and phrases. This candidate has used although, so I won't be able to go climbing with you, although I really want to. And speaking of family, so this is a good linking phrase to introduce the next topic. Okay. Other good language as well. I can't wait to come and stay with you. That means I'm excited to come and stay with you. It will be an awesome week. It will be a great week. This is good language. I find it really exciting. It would be a great idea. Here is a conditional phrase. And better than staying at home. This is a comparison. So there's good grammar in this paragraph. I'm afraid that I won't be able to go climbing. I'm afraid that means sorry, but I won't be able to go climbing with you. So that's a good phrase as well. And finally, I haven't seen them for a while. This is good use of the present perfect tense. So there's plenty of good language in this model. So to summarize, include all the notes that you are given in the task. Don't forget to include one. Use your own words as much as possible to demonstrate your level of English. Begin and end the email correctly in the ways that I've explained, and use some good language. So if you use all of these, if you follow all of these instructions, then you shouldn't have any problems with the email, and good luck.